So, do you have big, significant tasks and projects that you have a hard time getting around to, and they seem to endlessly pile up around you, and that ends up causing you stress and anxiety, that they continue to hang over your head? Do you feel that way occasionally or maybe every single day? Well, I'm going to explain to you the mechanics of why this may be happening and a simple way to fix it. Very simple way to fix it. So, it's important to realize that the order in which you do tasks matter. The order. This means it's never a good idea to just start your day without thought. You just start doing whatever task is at the top of your mind that you just want to do. That is never a good idea. Why? Because it's really easy to start with all the small, simple stuff initially. After all, think about it. You were just asleep a short time ago and you're kind of tired still. So let's knock out some of the simple stuff. Seems reasonable, right? But when you put small tasks first, you're going to likely have an unproductive day. And there are specific reasons for this. And that's what this video is going to explain why. Why putting small, insignificant things first can destroy your productivity. Now, to understand how this works and why it works this way, let's consider what I can call the roller coaster effect. So let's break down how a roller coaster works. If you've ever ridden one, if that's awesome, this is going to help you to understand this even better. But even if you haven't, first of all, I recommend that if you don't have a health condition, please do so because they're amazing. But I'm sure you're going to understand this principle regardless. Now, when you look at a roller coaster, almost every roller coaster out there, you're going to see that the first hill of that roller coaster is the biggest. And it takes the most time and the energy to get past it. And you think about riding on that roller coaster, if you've ever been on one, you know what that feels like. You're wanting to experience the thrill of the ride, but guess what you have to do first? You have to clank, 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 go up the first hill with this chain, and it feels like you're rocking the whole roller coaster because it just takes a lot of time and energy to get up that first hill. But after you get past that first hill and you get through all that initial nonsense, so to speak, guess what happens? Well, that's when momentum kicks in. And that momentum is essentially free energy, and it provides power to move over the small hills that follow. A productive day works the same way as that roller coaster, which means that the first task you do every day should be the biggest task that you have to do. Now, this task, since it's the biggest task, has some certain characteristics. It's probably not fun. It's like that first hill on the roller coaster. That is not the most thrilling part of the roller coaster. So when it comes to picking your tasks, a significant task, it's probably not going to be fun either. It's going to take the most time to complete, maybe 60 minutes or more. And these two factors are the main reason why most people avoid these kinds of tasks first. Who likes to do unfun stuff that's going to take too long? You want to feel like you're accomplishing something quickly right out of the gate. So it's easy to go with something that's simple so you can knock it out real quick. But a significant task that you want to do first is not going to be fun, and it's going to take some time. Now, here are some examples to give you some clarity as to what this might be and what a significant task might look like. Putting together a presentation, that's a significant task. Probably not fun. It's going to take some time to complete. Maybe writing or editing a blog post, that is going to take some time. Maybe not be so fun. Recording and editing a video, unless you love doing that thing like I do, but that could be a significant task. Doing your taxes. Yeah, you know that's a significant task. That is the most unfun thing that you can do almost all year, right? Or maybe you have to compile a report of some sort. Just saying those words, compile a report, makes your stomach turn sometimes, doesn't it? But that is a significant task, regardless. And working on tasks like this is like tackling that first big hill of your daily productivity roller coaster. Think of it that way. Now, after completing that first task, here's what happens, and this is why it's so powerful to do this, and that is momentum kicks in. This is like the payoff for the hard work of the first task, and this is the force that carries you through the rest of the day, which is that momentum. And momentum makes taking action easier because your energy, your motivation, your focus are all at a heightened state after that first action, after you complete it. You've got your energy going, you're in motion, so you've got that motivation and momentum going, And typically you've kind of found your space for focus, and that all puts you in a heightened state. And guess what? In that heightened state, the only tasks that remain are easier than the first one you tackled. How awesome is that? Now, the opposite isn't true. Imagine trying to ride a roller coaster in the opposite direction. They won't allow you to do this typically that I know of, but imagine that you were doing that. You might get over some small hills initially, that's at the end of the ride, but you're riding it backwards. So you might get through those okay. But once you've reached that big hill, that one that's typically at the beginning, but this is at the end, guess what you're going to do? You're going to look at it and you say, wow, that is way too overwhelming. I don't want to do that. And you'll have little to no momentum for doing it. And that's when you just say, I give up. I'll put it off till tomorrow. This hill, I can't deal with it right now. So it's going on my list of things to do tomorrow. Now, the same is true for your workday. Put this stuff first, such as checking your social media or watering your plants or reading the news, watching cat videos, and playing a video game. If you put that stuff first, you're likely going to experience something similar about significant tasks that need done. You're going to get to it at the end of the day or toward the end of your day, and you're going to say, I've used up all my energy. I just don't have the momentum for it. This task is too big. I'm going to put it off till tomorrow. And that's what happens. You procrastinate. This is why the order in which you do tasks matters, and why you need to develop a habit of doing something significant first. So here's some next actions to put this strategy into place in your own life. First of all, consider what you need to do tomorrow. Look at all your tasks. 2, identify the most significant tasks that you need to complete. And we identified what that would be. Something unfun, maybe. It doesn't necessarily have to be unfun, but it typically is, because it takes a lot of time and effort and energy, which equals unfun to most people. But it also is going to require a lot of time. So identify the most significant task you need to complete. And then 3, commit to working on it for at least 60 minutes. It may be a task longer than that, but if all you can do is commit to 60 minutes, that's fine. Commit to that. And then accept the little discomfort that leads to the big payoff. Don't get tripped up by thinking, this is unfun. I don't want to do it, so I'm going to put it off. Do it anyway. That's discomfort, and discomfort is pushing you outside of your comfort zone and helping you to grow. And then repeat this process at the end of every single day, where you consider what you need to do tomorrow, figure out the most significant task, and then commit to doing it for at least 60 minutes. Do this, and you're going to learn how doing something significant first helps you accomplish everything throughout your day more easily.